This is so exciting. This is so exciting. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm so excited. I don't know if I'm excited because I haven't made a video in a week, or I'm just excited because of the BookTube Prize. It's me, Jess. The BookTube Prize, it's here. The announcement was made this week. It's here. I'm so excited. It's the BookTube Prize. It's the BookTube Prize. Yay! I'm so excited. Yay! It's so exciting, everyone. The categories have been announced for the BookTube Prize for 2024. They were announced on February 1st over on the BookTube Prize channel. And I was selected. I'm so excited. I was randomly selected to judge this round in the first round of the BookTube Prize. And I'm just beside myself. I'm so excited. Woo! I mean, I have to kind of calm myself down so that I can actually explain to everybody what is the BookTube Prize. I had a comment on one of my videos where I talked about being a judge for the BookTube Prize, asking what the BookTube Prize was. So let me give it its proper introduction for anyone out there who doesn't know about the BookTube Prize. So this is the 6th year of the BookTube Prize, and it is my first year participating. And I'm just so excited. I just know I'm going to read so many books that I wouldn't have thought to read. You can follow along. I will leave all of the information linked in the description box below. There are 2 divisions for the BookTube Prize this year. There is a nonfiction division and there is a fiction division. It's a prize that runs all the way until October. The winners will be announced on Saturday, October 5th. There are 4 rounds of competition. So we have the Octofinals, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals. I'm judging for the fiction division. We start with 48 books and we whittle it down from 48 to 24 to 12 to 6 books. And then, well, I actually think there's gold, silver, and bronze placements for the final rankings of the books. Hello, Nola. There are 8 groupings of 6 books that are assigned to, I think there might be as many as 11 judges per group. So the BookTube Prize is voluntarily run by Robert Sheard from Pages and Pores, and he's been doing this for 6 years, along with the participation of the BookTube community, including people like me who have channels and make videos, but also other content creators on other social media. So it could be somebody who has a Bookstagram account, for example, and also by viewers and other readers. So there's a wide range of participants in the judging. Prizes structure, actually it begins with, I received an email where I was presented with 75 to 100 books, and I was able to choose from that list. It's like a pre-selection of the ones that you think should be included in the BookTube Prize for the year. Once we voted for our preferences, the 48 books that were most chosen or the most selected go into the competition to start us off. Okay, so those are the books in the first round. That's how the first round is chosen. In each round, like this is the first round, the books are judged by multi-reader panels. So everyone from booktubers to other social media content creators to readers in the community, anyone really in the bookish community who wants to be a judge will have filled in their form to volunteer, and you are randomly selected to judge each round. So for example, I was randomly selected to judge this round. We rank the books individually and then the ranks are compiled, and in the first round, out of each grouping, 3 books move forward to the next round, so to the quarterfinals, and 3 books do not. So all of those tabulations are compiled, and it's 3 books from, I think it's 3 books from each grouping that move on. So it is the ranking by grouping that creates the selection of quarterfinalists and semifinalists and then finalists, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a newbie, so if I get anything wrong, please feel free to correct me, anybody out there. But I think that's correct. The top 3 books in each grouping moves on to the next round. All of the books that are in the running were announced in both nonfiction and fiction divisions, and I have to say it's a really great looking list. There are a few books that I've already read on the list. There are a few books that I've been really wanting to read. 2 books that I just got out of the library that are on the list of 48. I'm going to talk about my division first, and then I'm going to talk about the list overall and what books I'm interested in and what books I'm hoping are going to move forward. You can definitely follow along with reading the books for the BookTube Prize, especially as we get closer and closer towards the end of the competition. When we get to the semifinals, we get to the finals. It's always fun to follow along and read along. I might do that even if I'm not selected to judge in those rounds, especially if it's books that I haven't read yet. Let's start with my division. So I've been assigned to Group D in the fiction division, and the books in Group D, I'm just going to mention what they are, and then I'm going to talk about each of them. I can't say too much about any of them though, because we're judging the books, right? So we're not doing any reviews or anything like that. We're just getting excited over here about this. I'm so excited. Can you tell? What a great way to discover new books. I'm just so excited. So I've only read 1 book in my grouping. It was a goodie. It was a goodie. So the books in my grouping, starting with the book that I've already read, which I'm not going to say too much more about. I have The Bee Sting by Paul Murray in my group. And then other than that, the rest of the books in my group are books that I've not read, and I'm just so excited. One of them I was planning to read. Actually, one of them I was planning to read as a buddy read with Lori. That's The Vaster Wilds by Lauren Groff, because we together read Matrix by Lauren Groff at the end of last year, and we both really, really enjoyed it, and we wanted to read The Vaster Wilds. So that's the second book in my grouping. And then the only 2 other books that I've heard of or were on my radar, I'll talk about, and then the 2 that I hadn't really had on my radar. So the 2 that I already knew about, the first one is Big Swiss. I don't know that much about Big Swiss. I've heard a couple of different people talking about Big Swiss on their channels. I definitely have heard of it before. It's supposed to be very funny. I think it's about a woman who is a bit unhinged, but I don't really know that much more about it. Possibly a love story or a story of obsession. I'm not really sure exactly. I don't want to know too much about it going in, but I've heard that it's kind of a bold, kind of outlandish. I have Old God's Time in my grouping, which was, I don't know if it made the short list for the Booker. I don't think it did. It was on the long list for the Booker, I'm pretty sure. I'm a little nervous to read Old God's Time because I think it might be about abuse. It's Irish. That's a good sign. Sebastian by Sebastian Barry. He's an Irish author. I think it's presented initially as a mystery, but I think it has more dark side to the mystery, as one of the characters like looks into his own past. Yeah, because it starts out that 2 of his former colleagues show up at his door and they're digging up information about an old case. He's a retired policeman. Yeah, okay, so Old God's Time is in my grouping. So then we have Small Mercies by Dennis Lehane, who wrote Mystic River. Mystic River was made into a movie. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with it, but I loved the movie. I've never read the book. I've thought about reading the book, but I loved the movie. So I'm really excited to read this. I'm so excited to read this. I hope it's good. Well, Small Mercies, I know it's set in the 70s in Boston. I think it's about race or something to do with race. It's about Mary Pat, who is searching for her missing daughter. So her daughter is out late one night and goes missing, and on the same night, a black man is found dead. That's all I know about it. It looks really, really good. I'm really excited for that. And then the other book that I'd not even heard of, which is the wonderful thing about participating in these prizes and following along. And like I said, if you want to follow along with me, that'd be fantastic. So I don't want to read too much about this one. I've not heard of it. Loved and Missed. I think it's about a mother-daughter relationship, And I think that there are also themes of drug addiction or drug abuse. I'm not sure. This is very exciting for me. This is a very kind of meaningful moment for me. I've only been on BookTube for 2 years, and just being able to participate in the BookTube Prize is very, very exciting. So what I understand is we're really not supposed to talk very much about the books until the announcement of the quarterfinalists has been made, which will be, I guess will be around the beginning of April. So I'm not going to be able to talk about any of these books. I am going to be talking about my TBR for February, and I'll decide which ones I'm going to read in February, or try to, and which ones I'm going to read in March. Obviously, I'm not rereading The Bee Sting because I've read The Bee Sting very recently. I'm not going to say anything here about The Bee Sting. I'm not going to add to anything I've already said about The Bee Sting. We were informed that if we'd already done reviews of a book or books that we ended up with in our group, that was okay. We didn't have to remove them. So I'm not going to take any of my content down. I also was thinking about the possibility of filming a reading vlog for the BookTube Prize, but I'm a little concerned because it's a time of year where I'm very busy at work. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. If I were able to find the time to do that and do a vlog of the reading of the BookTube Prize, I would post it after the announcement was made about which books moved on to the next round. So let's take a look at some of the other books in some of the other groups. I'm so excited about this group of 48 books. So just coincidentally, I have 2 books out of the library that are on the list of 48. Enter Ghost by Isabella Ahmad, which I've been very anxious to get to and really wanting to read. It's not in my grouping, so it's possible now that I'll have to take it back to the library and look at the possibility of reading it later on, or maybe it might move on to a round that I get selected to judge in the future, which would be awesome. I mean, I'm a little bit sad about that because I do really want to read it, but I know I will get to this one this year. It's not going to happen this month or in March because I have other commitments. And then the other one that I'd taken out of the library is August Blue, which is also on the list. It's funny because I talked about this one it was in the best books, the Globe and Mail's best books of the year. So I talked about it recently and it really caught my attention, and I tried to convince my book club to pick it, but we picked something else. I might read this one because it's not that long. I'm hoping I might get to it. I'm going to talk about it in my TBR as well, but it's about a woman who is like a very gifted, famous violinist, I think. And she has this moment where she's on stage and she walks off stage and she walks away from her life. There's a doppelganger as well involved in the story. So I'm not sure. I'm going to keep these 2 out of the library. I'm going to keep these 2 out of the library, and we'll see. We'll see what happens if I'm able to get to them. There's a few books on the list of 48 that I've already read and talked about on my channel. Birnam Wood by Eleanor Catton. Is there anyone who hasn't talked about Birnam Wood yet? Also, The Fraud by Zadie Smith, Northwoods, which I just read with Eric Carl Anderson's book club for January, which I'll be talking about in my January wrap-up. What else am I really curious about reading? What else have I already read? I think that's it. Crook Manifesto, which I've already read. Yeah, so I've only read 5 out of the 48 books on the list. That is so exciting to me. Wow. That is really, really exciting. So other ones that I'm curious about. I'd like to read The Guest by Emma Cline. Way back in the day, I read her other book. What was it called? Girls? And I liked it. I remember enjoying it. The Girls. Yeah, The Girls. I remember enjoying that. It was some time ago. So I think I'd like to read The Guest for sure. I have some questions for you by Rebecca Mackay, which I took out of the library last year and never read. I'd like to read So Late in the Day by Claire Keegan. And I definitely want to read The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store because I've heard so many fantastic things about it. The Wren looked really interesting by Anne Enright. I have to really dive in and take a closer look at some of the books in the list. And I'll be really excited to watch all of the videos from all of the other judges. And yeah, I'm just really excited to follow along with this prize. Oh, the other book that I really wanted to read, Absolution by Alice McDermott, but I was having difficulty finding that one. And of course, I haven't read Tom Lake yet by Anne Patchett. So very exciting stuff. I hope that everyone will follow along with me on my little journey with the BookTube Prize. And like I said, I'll leave all of the information linked in the description box below of the video. And yeah, you'll be able to follow along with me, see what my thoughts are on the books after they've been ranked. I'll tell you what my rankings were and why I ranked them the way that I did. I'm not the type to rate books, so it's a really good personal challenge for me to have to rank the books. I'm sure it's going to be very difficult, but who knows? Maybe it won't be that difficult. Maybe there'll be some that I really like much more than others, and it won't be such a challenge. Oh, it's just so exciting. So I don't know who the other people are who are judging my group, and I don't know who the other judges are for the other groups either. I'm gonna do a search on BookTube later today, just BookTube Prize, to see if I can find some other people and subscribe to their channels. But I think that Robert very specifically subscribes to the channels of people who are judging the BookTube Prize, and so that might be one way to seek out some of the other judges. It would be to go on the BookTube Prize. First of all, subscribe to the BookTube Prize channel to follow along there, and then you can see the list of subscriptions on the BookTube Prize channel to be able to find out maybe who some of the other judges are, and then you can follow along with them as well. So that could be a good way to find other judges for the BookTube Prize. I think last year Robert made a playlist of the videos, but I'm not sure if he's doing that this year. I'm new, so I really don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of the books in my group, and you can tell me what you thought of them if you're not judging the prize. I think you're allowed to say. I really look forward to chatting with people in the comments. And also, if you happen to be watching this video and you're also judging, which could be a possibility, please leave a comment below letting me know which group you're judging and that you're judging, and that way I'll know, because I have a feeling I'm going to be hopping on to channels of other people who I don't know and finding out what they're judging, and there'll be that kind of exchange happening over BookTube. But lots of buzz, I'm sure, being generated already. I'm about to go and check out other channels that are participating, and like I said, just leave a comment below on what your thoughts are of the 48 books selected. You can also go to the BookTube Prize website. There's a lot of information on the website as well, and the complete list of all 48 books is there to peruse. So exciting. Sorry for the light coming in and out. There's really not much I can do about that. We're January in Montreal. It's winter. The light comes and goes. The light comes and goes. I'll try to fix as much of it as I can up in editing, but I'm very excited to be participating this year, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. So, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to, no, okay, I won't. Okay. Calm down. I'm so excited, everyone. I'm so, it's exciting. Oh, the lighting. What the hell? Oh, why? There we go. And this is a great way to discover new books, and some maybe favorite books, great books. It's a great way to discover new books. The light is driving me crazy. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna scream. So I've been assigned to I'm in the fiction division. Yeah, we know that, Jessica. We already said that. It is, well, this is the 6th year the BookTube Prize has been running. Oh my God. Seriously.